What kind of gigs? I mean, you jam for Christmas?
Well, we got a fundraiser coming up for the Niagara Memorial Hospital. We do that every year, and that's always a kick because we always are working with some kind of big headliner. In the past, we've done the Four Tops.
You got to get them a little closer.
The Spinners that we're going to be working directly with. You know, they'll come out and do their show, but then it's our turn to come out and do a 2-hour set to keep the people there. So
where's that at, Al?
that's at Niagara Falls Convention Center.
Oh, that's cool.
Seneca Niagara Casino, as they call it now.
And when is that?
In the event center.
Middle of January.
It's funny that you say that. I remember seeing Deep Purple in that room, and sometimes when I go, because it's still.
Remember the Risers used to rock?
Oh yeah, it still looks like the convention center, and you know you can stand there, and I try to remember. I think it was right here to see the band over. You know, it's
Grand Funk, you know.
It's right, Grand Funk.
We also did a couple of other conventions that were at least noteworthy to some extent. We also did one in Nashville. We played at the Opryland Hotel a few years back.
Really?
And then we also played another huge one in Indianapolis. And the cool thing about that gig was, well, there was actually a couple cool things about it. Number one, our sound man was the Allman Brothers sound man.
Sound crew, the
whole crew.
Really?
And after our show, he was headed to New York City to do AC/DC.
Really?
These are the guys, but the coolest part for us was, and we didn't even know this was happening, I mean, this thing was planned like a network TV show. I mean, there were camera crews backstage, the whole deal. We couldn't figure out why. So we start the first instrumental song, which we always do to kind of get our balance on stage. And I see Mike starting to laugh, and he goes like this. He moves his head to left, and I look up, and there's Mike's hands like 3 stories high. They had these giant TV screens.
They used 2 jumbotrons for the video.
And we thought that was kind of, it's sort of, we're trying to be professional, but I got to tell you, it was kind of hard to not, like, oh, I'm playing guitar solo. You're looking up there going, Mom, my hands are really, really big up there. You know?
As experienced professionals we stared at ourselves the whole set.
Yeah, pretty much.
That had to be pretty impressive, though. I mean, it really had to be pretty impressive. Feel like the Stones. You know, that's cool. So tell me about the sound man thing. So they just happened to hire that company or something?
Oh, yeah.
So it had to be
Because the Allman Brothers don't tour in the wintertime, so they hired their entire sound company to do the sound, and they were phenomenal. They treated us like, you know, it was great.
No kidding.
Yeah, it sounded phenomenal too. It really was good.
That's awesome. And then people can see you at the Niagara Falls conventions at the event center.
Yeah, Seneca.
Any bar gigs coming up? Or are you guys done?
Tell them, John, tell them where we are Friday.
Friday, we're at Pietro's on Transit Road.
Yeah. So you got a couple of private events. 9 o'clock.
No, is there 8:30 on Friday?
And you can is the whole list of gigs and events on Joyryde.com too?
Yeah,
oh, I know, I just messed it up. I'm leaving, I'm done.
It's JoyRydeBand.com
I'm
with
quitting,
the Y.
goodbye.
JOYRYDE band.com.
The kettle calling the pot. I'm messing everything. I quit. I'm done.
You sound like, Josh, you sound like Hank Bulla.
I can't even speak.
It's all the alcohol he has before the show,
I know.
I think. So you're going to play us into this commercial break, and I want to thank you guys so much for coming around. And you guys are Buffalo legends. And when you do get the CD done in 2020, please, by all means, come in again and perform for us. But you're going to play something original. This is an original piece, right?
Yeah.
Dick wrote this song.
Speaking of original pieces, would this be something that was lifted from a blues player from 1929 or something like that?
No, actually it wasn't. And I should say that it is on the Joyryde CD, which also makes a great stocking stuffer since this is a Christmas show.
It does.
I told that to Rich too while I was on his lap. I said I want some Joyryde CDs for Christmas.
All right, we're going to let Joyryde take us into a commercial break. On the other side of the commercial break, we have music news and news on next week's show, which is going to be an interesting show.
Stay tuned.
Stick around, folks. A little more Joyryde for you.